So now that we have our general site in place, we can start layering some additional information such as property boundaries and setback lines, uh, which will be great to have here as a reference. We'll also quickly go over some layer controls to turn those off if we don't want them on, which potentially could muddy up the information depending on what you want to look at. So again, let's go back to our AutoCAD file, and I'm going to grab this same reference point line because we're still at the corner of our house, because that's just a great place to use as a reference. And this time I'm going to copy my sight lines along with this reference. We can get rid of the house outline, we don't need it. I'm going to explode this block and get rid of my point lines, and just turn everything back to a 0 0, or excuse me, a 0 layer by layer by layer for color and line type. So with that, we can now W block this out, come into SketchUp, and again I'm going to go inside my earth layer and import that in. And you'll see we have it here. And what I'm going to do is AutoCAD brings things in as a component. I don't necessarily want this as a component, so I'm going to explode it and then hit Control G, which is my hotkey for uh, turning things into a group. So now I can come in here, grab my insertion point, and slide over to the house and drop it right there. I'm going to hit Shift H, which will hide the rest of the model for me, and get rid of my insertion point. And there we have it. We now have this group that has these boundary and setback lines, and as you can see, you really have as much information from AutoCAD that you want to bring in. Um, so now I'm going to hit Shift E, and you can see that right now this is on layer 0. I'm going to hit my Y, which is my hotkey for layers, and you'll see that I have um, a layer here set up called Site Conceptual, which right here I have boundary lines. So I can just come here and say I want this to be Site Conceptual Boundary Lines. So again, I can control this by turning this layer on and off, and maybe I want them on, maybe I don't. Either way, I have the ability to control it. And what's nice is putting it inside of my Site Earth box. If I turn Site Earth off, which is right here, if I turn this off, everything turns off, including the boundary lines, even though that's not turned off, because it's inside of it, it goes away with it. So now you can see that while building the model, we have some great reference points, to show property lines and setback lines and what have you. And maybe if you're working on a design project and we don't have CAD files, the site really could be the first thing you build, especially putting in the setback lines. This way they're there for reference while you're designing. Um, it really doesn't matter when you do it. We had just done it once the house was built, but you can do it first and give yourself a foundation in which to build on. But that's another way we can add some information, and next we'll just continue to layer more information on.